In this video, things no one tells you about love. Why do people get bored of each other in a relationship? What is the 4-minute rule? Why is love a psychological disorder? You will learn these and other interesting facts you won't find anywhere else. 1. Love creates an independent addiction for the brain. The dopamine system works in the same way as it does with drugs. Falling in love is not just a feeling, it is a complete biochemical explosion in the brain. During romantic love, the brain's reward system, especially the ventral tegmental area, VTA and caudate nucleus, becomes active. These areas increase the release of a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine acts as a happiness and motivation signal in the brain. Scientific research has shown that the flow of dopamine in the brain of a person in love resembles the effect gained from cocaine, nicotine, and other stimulant drugs. This is why people feel a high when they think of their beloved and constantly want to see and be with them. For example, in fMRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging, studies conducted in the USA, the same spots in the brain light up when people in love look at pictures of their loved ones as when someone takes drugs. 2. Relationships affect physical health. Stable and positive relationships are linked to longevity and heart health. Caring connections can reduce stress and certain health risks. The feeling of love can significantly reduce physical pain. Research shows that holding the hand of a loved one, or even just looking at their photograph, can increase pain tolerance. This happens because the brain's reward centers are activated and they block pain signals. The gazes, behaviors, and even heartbeats of lovers can synchronize under certain conditions. This synchrony is related to closeness and empathy. Cuddling and physical closeness increase the release of oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, which aids in trust, comfort, and sometimes reduces pain and suffering. 3. The 4-minute rule. Psychological research shows that it only takes about 4 minutes for two people to decide whether they want to arrange a second meeting. This decision is based not so much on the content of the conversation, but on nonverbal communication. How does it work? The power of eye contact. Research indicates that maintaining eye contact for about 60 to 70% of the time during a first meeting is ideal. This shows interest and self-confidence, while excessive eye contact can be perceived as a threat signal. The role of smell. Unconscious information about pheromones and natural body odor is processed during this short period and can determine the feeling of attraction. Micro-expressions. Our brain reads the tiny changes in a person's facial expressions within milliseconds and makes unconscious judgments based on them. 4. Crazy passionate love, being madly in love. The initial stage of love is like a fire. The initial stage of love is like a wildfire. On average, the dopamine explosion in the brain weakens after 12 to 18 months. During this period, a person feels a very strong attraction towards their beloved, obsessive thoughts, and excitement. Passionate romance is temporary. In some cultures, for example in collectivist societies, the initial passion fades later, and people experience intense passionate love for a longer time. In individualistic societies, however, people try to make the passion last longer, but deep commitment often forms later. 5. The emergence of boredom, growing tired of each other. Boredom and feeling fed up is a natural and almost inevitable stage in a relationship. The same daily conversations, the same issues, the same routines. The brain craves novelty. For some people, Closeness means spending time together, for example, watching a movie. For others, it is about communication and deep conversations. When these definitions don't match, one partner may feel neglected and bored, while the other might not even notice. This is often related to having different love languages. The formalization of everything, e.g., romance turning into a chore, can sharply reduce feelings of love. If one person in the couple is developing rapidly as an individual, while the other is stagnant, a psychological gap forms between them. The developing partner begins to feel constrained and bored. This is one of the most common problems in relationships. It forces the couple to ask, stop. Why is this happening? What needs to change? Couples who successfully navigate this crisis grow closer because they learn to solve problems together. Why is love considered a psychological disorder? Lovers and OCD patients experience obsessive thoughts with the same intensity. The only difference is that lovers accept these thoughts with happiness. Lovers spend an average of 85% of their day thinking about the person they love. This fits the clinical definition of obsession perfectly. Scientifically speaking, falling in love is a positive psychological disorder. Our brain temporarily stops functioning normally, and we enjoy this state.